Hello, it's Beth yet again. Surprise. I thought I would record some more of my crafting stuff because I'm doing something, I guess, a little different in terms of decorating. Because I hope to be painting some of these pages today. I've already pre-picked out some of my paper and stuff. The theme for this junk journal was basically just blue, anything blue, so I picked a lot of blue paper. But I want to both glue, decorate, whatever, and paint. I have an example of that somewhere here. Hang on. Like this page, because I glued stuff down first, and then I had my little stamps, and I did, well, stampy paint things on there. And this didn't have any paint on it. This was just a picture that I liked. I think the background, this was like jellyfish, and then I cut out the faces of the people and did that to make it look a little more surreal. So there you go. And nothing fancy on these. Oh, that's not a pocket or anything. That was just a music quote. Excuse me. So that's it for that one. Whatever. What I'm saying is, this is my goal. This is kind of what I want to do to decorate some of my stuff. So I have some other paper over here that I can mix and match. I probably should have cut these out before I started recording. I like this picture. I don't know where I'll put it, and it's not blue, so maybe I won't use it for this one. Okay, so starting off, nothing fancy. I'm just gonna actually make this a little flippable page. What? Oh. Not used to my new station over here. Where is my stuff? Okay. I feel kind of lazy today. I just spent a few hours helping out at a painting class. It's a bunch of kids, so it's feels a little extra exhausting to me. I mean, they're all good kids. Children, they are stressful. Okay. I'm trying to keep in mind, I'd like to, obviously, I still want writing room in here for whoever I give this to. So I'm going to do some decorating on top of, making sure I leave enough space so that they can make it their own. Sorry, this is my entire creative process. Put paper down, see if it looks good. Nope, looks bad. Do something else. I think I know what I'm missing. Okay, I need like people or something. Where is everything? Alright, so we're starting off strong with everything going wrong. Almost sounded poetic. This seemed like a great idea until it wasn't. I don't know how it is, I felt so inspired, and then it's like, I turn on the camera, and it just all vanishes. I'm like, you know what? Actually, I don't want to do this. Too bad. My glue is in the same spot every time over here, and I still, lose it every single time. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, it's just how it goes. Are you inspired? I'm not. Still not there. You know, I think I just need to, paint something. I think that's what's happening. Stop. Holy cow. I have so many like crafting videos I recorded and I haven't like uploaded them because I'm like, are these stupid? Like, I feel like they're what I'm doing right now where I'm barely talking and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just my entire existence. I don't know why I'm here or how I got here or what's going on. Send help. Oh hey, a crafting table. And I sit down and zone out. I have too much yet not enough at the same time. I don't want that. Get out of here. Maybe this crown. Don't need you, Paris. What is that one? Explore. Yeah, I guess. Key, I guess. Other key, yeah, why not? I mean, we already took the other one. I have topic starters, baby. That way I can talk while I sit here and not just sit here. Why do I have my desk as a mess on here as a topic? That's old news. Okay, so it's finally getting warmer out, and I'm wondering, do any of you garden? I'm trying to start a garden. I don't like have the funds to do things the fancy way and get all the right fertilizer and all the various soils for all the different plants I'd ideally like to plant. So I kind of feel like I always get stuff to germinate and sprout, but not always like do they survive. I have the issue where the stems of the plant, like after a while, for some reason they like thin out like towards the bottom, and then the plant flops over and it dies the next day. I don't know what the deal is with that, because it'll be like fine one day and then the next it's like, well, time to keel over. So not sure what's going on with that, because the way I take care of it doesn't change or anything. It just, I don't know, one day it can't take it anymore. Just boom, dead. I have tomatoes and my hot peppers are what really thrive in my garden. I had so many hot peppers last year. I dried a bunch of them out. And the cayennes were the only ones that like fully dried and didn't mold. And my habaneros almost didn't mold, but I checked on them the other day because I wanted to use them and they were gross. So I don't know, I probably should have ground them up sooner so that obviously I had the powder instead and it didn't have all the seeds and stuff in there. That would probably be more likely to mold. What else do I grow? I'm trying to grow more medicinal herbs this year, and I've only like just recently realized I have these like they're these garden boxes that are on stands that someone made for me, so I can put planters in there. But I think it might be the planters that get super hot, and I think it's been cooking the stuff I put in there, because only a few of my seeds have sprouted and are doing okay. Excuse me. I think I have cumin and my mugwort. I have two mugwort sprouts, and I'm really trying to keep them alive, because I feel like it sounds like they're a weed, so like once they get going they should be fine. But I also got wormwood and none of those seeds germinated. So that was a little disappointing, but it sounds similar to mugwort if I'm remembering correctly what the uses were for it. And I'm very excited about this marshmallow plant I got. According to the internet, where I was reading about it, the marshmallow plant is called marshmallow, or used to be put into marshmallows, the sweet gelatiny things we eat, which is why marshmallows are called marshmallows, but they don't do that anymore. So if you're wondering how marshmallows got their name, there you go. Apparently used to come from a medicinal herb. or medicinal plant, because this, from my understanding, because I've never grown it before and I haven't seen like full pictures of them, I thought they were kind of bushy and the leaves, the flowers, and the roots are edible, and it's supposed to be good for your digestion. So that's exciting. And all my other medicinal herbs, I'm like, yeah, I don't think any of those sprouted. Oh, someone did gift me recently a Carolina Reaper plant and this Trinidad scorpion pepper plant. I'm really excited about that. There's just so many things I could make. I'm gonna save the seeds so that I obviously have them again for next year. And that same person who gave me those plants was telling me about these chocolate versions of some of the hot peppers. Like, they're brown and they actually have a bit of a chocolatey taste. So I found those seeds online, at least for the habaneros. And funny story about that. I ordered the first package, right? I got it from Pepper Joe's or something on Amazon, and it never came. And so I emailed them and was like, hey, can I have a refund or whatever? It's like, oh, I'll just send it out again. But I asked for the refund because I just bought more of those chocolate habaneros from a different seller, because I'm like, okay, maybe these ones will come. And so now I have double. I'm gonna have so many chocolate habanero seeds. Here's this for now. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with it yet, but it's a start. It's a little something, so it's not so plain. I help out at this painting class. Today was the last day for the school year. I think it starts back up in the fall. But the kids really were just into like doing their own stuff today, because we were making altered books and they were having so much fun like flipping through magazines and gluing stuff down. They were very occupied and didn't really need help. So I helped myself, and after everyone had like sifted through the magazines a little bit, I took it upon myself to find some things I wanted. So there might be some stuff in here that I can use. I mean, I can use all of it, duh, but meaning with this kind of blue theme I have going on. Oof, if only I could speak. And I got this, well, one, it's just cool in general, but two, I was thinking it would be neat if I cut out all these sky pieces and then like I picked a different background to put back here. I had to do that now, but I think I moved my, oh wait, no, it's right here. Yes. All right, here we go. I'm doing it right now, and I'm actually going to use it in this book because I think that'll be cool. Oh, what happened to my, oh, here it is. I was like, someone took it. It's gone. It's not, we're fine. And that's not what you're cutting, Beth. Be gone. Okay, so have fun watching the montage of me cutting this out. Oh, wait, I have other topics, don't I? Oh, speaking of my garden, I recently got a bush for my cat that had passed away a few months ago. He was like this white and kind of peachy colored kitty. So I found this bush on Amazon. It's called a popcorn rose bush, and the flowers are like yellow and white. And it reminded me of his fur. So I got that and planted that this year. And I've just gotten more into planting in general. I don't know why this year. Maybe because the food prices skyrocketing, and it's kind of like, I need to do stuff for myself. Although the flowers aren't necessary, or you can't really eat them, but because even I have a lavender bush, and I'm pretty sure I had little sprouts that fell off because I have like these, they were like vines almost, but the leaves were identical to the bush, so I'm assuming they were sprouts from that. So I dug them up and found a couple places to plant those. So if I get more lavender bushes, that'll be awesome. I love how they smell. It's so refreshing. And if that smell was just like all over my yard, I'd be so content. Also, I like big bushes in general, anything that can kind of obscure my my yard, my space, so like I don't feel like people are watching me. Which they may not to begin with, but I even notice myself sometimes, like I look out the window and I kind of watch people and I'm like, why are you doing that? You hate when people do that to you. So just curiosity or just being bored and people watch people, you know, that's how it is. So knowing that's how it is, I just like having any kind of wall up possible so people can't see in my yard. It's slow going, but bit by bit I'll get things here and there and plant them in the yard, and one day those will be big and people won't see me anymore. You know, someday. I had a bunch of apple seeds that were even partially germinated. I don't know if you know this, but first of all, Pink Lady apples, those taste the best. Second of all, I swear every bag of Pink Lady apples I get, they're already like germinated. The seeds are. So I'm trying to plant those this year because I love those apples. They taste so good. And I assume they must be pretty healthy if the seeds are already germinating. So I had several of those. It just feels like a waste to throw literally anything away anymore. Because even these more normal apples that they didn't taste as good as Pink Ladies, but I had all those seeds. I couldn't throw them in the trash. So I saved them. I soaked them in some water, which is supposed to help like fruit trees germinate. And I planted them yesterday. So I put them all like in a big pot. So once they start sprouting, I'll see, well, like I'll know which ones germinated, which ones are healthy, and I'll transplant them into their own pots later on. That's what I did with my marshmallow seeds, because I got those on Amazon. Excuse me, and I wasn't sure if they would, you know, germinate, because it's iffy. Like, you look at the reviews and sometimes people rave about it, and there's other people like, these never germinated. So it's just like a toss-up. It's like, well, I don't know. So that being said, I planted like 6 seeds in one pot, and all of them germinated. So that was pretty good. I split all of them up. But they're doing the thing now where they're wilting at the base of the plant, or sometimes even at the middle of the stem, like they shrivel up. And I'm not sure what causes that. So I tried digging one up that it'll die either way, so I dug it up and I planted it deeper in the pot, like maybe it didn't have enough dirt around the bottom. So maybe that will salvage it, I don't know. I actually planted more. Not like I need a bazillion marshmallow plants, but... Oh, that didn't work. Well, we're just cutting that off. But you know, it wouldn't hurt. And I like the idea of it, like, a medicinal plant, and if I get enough to, like, germinate and sprout, like, once they have an established root system, I think they'll be okay. So if I can get a few to do that, I'd like to give them away to a few people. But yeah, it's just a matter of making sure they will not die. Because I am using potting soil, so I feel like I had a good base of dirt going for them. Because I had a few plants, I can't even remember what I tried planting, but I used it. Oh my gosh. I used dirt from my garden, and then I got to thinking, like, I wonder how I can get my plants to do better indoors. And I watched a different gardener talking, and she said something like, never use your garden dirt for indoor plants, like, you need to buy potting soil. I was like, oh, well, there was my first mistake. And then I learned eggshells are pretty good. Like, I knew like food items or whatever you can bury in the dirt, and they're supposed to be good for the plant. But eggshells are just easy to save, because I mean they're not perishable, so I just store them in a mason jar, and whenever I plant something I bury some eggshells in the dirt, and I feel like it helps. I did that with my one rose bush. I call it the Tulio rose bush because that was the name of the cat. His brother was Miguel. Or, Miguel's not dead. Not was. Is Miguel. So Miguel and Tulio. So my Tulio bush has eggshells planted in the dirt. And I had a bunch of blossoms on that bush for a while. But I noticed they started dying, a lot of them did, so just yesterday I trimmed them off. So I'm hoping they'll bloom again, because I think there were more buds on it. So that was a relief to know, because I was like, oh no, it's dying! But the leaves all look healthy, it was just the rose buds were dying off. Maybe that's normal, I don't know, I've actually never had a rose bush before. But from what I was reading about the popcorn rose bush, it sounds like a very hardy plant, which is what I need. Because I don't know, I just feel like there's something in our dirt that, like, my plants tend to struggle. Like, I can grow, like, squash. That grows really, really well in my dirt. But over the years, I've been trying to plant things, and they'll like sprout in the little pots I have, but as soon as I transplant them, they'll last maybe a couple days, but then they just die. So anyway, hardy plant, which is what I need. Something's wrong in our dirt, I think. That, or I do know some plants just don't respond well to being transplanted. But that's been a majority of my plants. Like, again, anything that's big and viney, like I can get squash to grow. I've had some luck with watermelon. I'm trying pumpkin seeds this year, which I may regret because vines just take up so much space. I just need like a big tunnel of trellis or something so I have more space for all that stuff to grow. But yeah, oh, and honeydew melons, I got those to grow one year. So anything with a bunch of vines, that seems to do well in my ground. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I actually planted in the dirt that made it in the ground, like directly in the ground. Tomato plants do okay, and like I said, hot peppers, but so far I feel like that's about it. And I really want to have like mint, but that for whatever reason always seems to struggle even if I put those in pots. So I don't know. So I've been doing that for the past several days. I've been digging in the garden and planting stuff. It's hard work, but it will be worth it. And I'm trying to work harder this year so that I don't lose plants. So I'm trying to take care of things better. Because I did last year, but I also feel like maybe I didn't give them as much attention as I could have. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on things more, and hopefully I will get more produce. Oh, radishes. That's the other thing that grows well in my dirt. But the problem with radishes is that they grow, but I don't feel like they taste that good. So, I don't know. I don't know if I should bother with that this year. But I had someone gift me a few yellow tomato plants. And then I have a regular tomato plant that I bought at Meijer or something. And then my own tomato seeds, which they were tomatoes gifted to me last year. There's the tomatilla or tomatillo, whatever. They're those green ones that grow in like they grow in like a leafy sack, I guess. You peel the sack off, and then there's the little tomato in the middle. So I have several of those actually growing. They're doing well, and they are doing well in their pots. Wow, I'm so terrible. I can never talk. And this one hasn't sprouted yet, but the other tomato that was gifted to me last year was this, excuse me, it was like a big dark red tomato. And I don't know how to explain it other than the flavor was good. But I saved seeds from that and planted some of those as well. And then along with a few other herbs I tried planting, provided my cats don't knock the pots over. They are little devils sometimes. I'm like, guys, I love you, but do you have to jump up here and just push everything off? Like, I don't understand. I mean, I know that's a cat thing, but also, I don't know. It's just like, can we please leave this alone? Go kill a bird. Just kidding, I don't encourage them to do that. They leave the corpses everywhere. And more than once, there's one in particular that I keep almost stepping on. I'm like, I really should move this, but I don't want to touch the dead bird. So, there it rests. But yeah, that's what I'm going to have to go do after this. I think I'm going to check in my garden and see what needs to be done. There we go. Okay. I don't know why this timer doesn't have, like, why is there not an hour setting? It only has minutes and seconds. So I have to add up in my head, like, how much is 3 hours? And if you know me, like, I don't freaking know math. Do I need to add all that crap up just for a timer? I shouldn't. I had some kid at the painting class today ask me about, I can't remember, she was just being goofy and like asking me multiplication things. I'm like, bro, I literally cannot answer that. I don't know. I don't have a calculator, therefore I do not know the answer. And I'm not proud of that. I am not saying that in a way I am proud of. I'm mad that my teenage self decided, oh, basic multiplication is not important. You can forget about all that because we hate math. But now future me has to deal with not knowing basic multiplication. I mean, I do, but I can't do it as quickly as I once could. Because math just made me so miserable in high school. Which sounds like an exaggeration, but it's not. This is miserable, like crying at the kitchen table and trying to have my dad help me. And I could not figure it out. And then being forced to go to like Friday schools, and even then the teachers couldn't help me very well, and so it was a struggle all around. So that being said, as soon as I graduated, after going to 3 years of summer school, I decided to banish math from my mind. A wise decision it was not. But, you know, it stressed me out so bad in my head, my teenage brain. It's just like, you know what? I don't want to ever have to think about that again. And I won't. Oh, yeah, it's gonna use... Hold up. No, too cluttered. No, don't like it. Change my mind. It looks like I might as well have not cut out the background. Shark! Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby. Except then I'm covering up the shark, though, and I don't know if... Oh, look, it looks like he's looking at the guy. I kind of like that. I do... Look, I can fit the shark's whole face in there. Its head is triangle shaped. Anyways, that's not important. I wonder maybe, I could probably do that. But now the issue is gluing that down. Hold on, actually, I like the shark, but I also Ooh, I just like the spacey look. But this is not one of the papers I was using for that, so actually, hold on. This is a disaster. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think I like this better because I actually don't want to cover up that shark that much. Yes, okay. Now I just have to remember, like, where I'm putting this. I'm also gonna trim this edge a little because I don't want it to look so ripped. No, I ripped him! His arm! No! Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. It's fine, we're gonna fix it. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be drawing on top of that. I broke his arm. Okay, it's okay. We're gonna just put that aside. I'm not gonna look at that right now. Oh. Wait a second. No. Okay, well, I gotta do something about that. You know what, I think I'm actually gonna paint on the other side of this. Just because I don't really want all these words on here. So I was thinking I want to use new paint, but then I still have paint over here I should use up. Speaking of not being wasteful, there's so much paint here, I might as well use that instead. There you go. I might add more to that, but not right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I'm feeling like low energy and not having many ideas. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me mess around. Basically, I didn't have any good tips for you like I thought I would. So, that's the end of that. Goodbye.